So now that we know that that lost submarine imploded to the size of an asshole, let's talk about the only time someone has ever brought a gun to school and blamed school shooters for ruining that privilege. So the title of the video I saw was "School Shooter Ruined That Shit" in quotes, and then "Ohio High Schooler Caught with Gun on Campus." And when I saw that, I'm like, who else but a kid from Ohio would say that? But apparently, minutes into the search, this kid right here, while acting very nonchalant, is like, is this because you found a bullet? You guys are here because you found a bullet, right? As if they were going to be like, yeah, you know anything about that? So we can get out of your guys' hair? Sorry for the inconvenience.
It's about a bullet you found on the gun, right? I want you to worry. Oh, okay.
Somebody find something you know about?
Because I had a bullet in my pocket, but it was like it's not like I'm planning anything.
Oh, okay.
I dropped it on the ground.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm not allowed to bring up bullets.
No, let me have your book back, okay? And I'll let you go with me, okay? Mr. Moshberger, I got him. And I go upstairs with one of them with him.
If I was a school shooter, I wouldn't tell you. You know what I mean?
Now don't take this next part as advice, more so just an observation, but never say, even if you weren't asked, that you weren't planning anything. Even though he wasn't, if we had the cop's heart rate monitor, his shit spiked like crazy.
It's not like I'm planning anything.
This teacher right here though has giant balls of steel. He's like, let me grab your bag without knowing anything other than the kid has bullets. He could have ran ahead of him and turned around with an assault rifle and be like, I don't really feel like it.
Everybody gotta be careful, no.
Well, I have a 22 Henry rifle.
Okay.
Rifle.
Gotcha.
And I'm kind of like sentimental about it.
Oh.
So I use it. I don't shoot it, but I use it as like a comfort thing, kind of. That makes sense.
No, yeah, it makes sense. You cradle the gun like a baby because it gives you a false sense of security. This dude sits in his room with his gun on his lap like he's fucking Morgan from The Walking Dead waiting for someone to break into his house.
Well, let me ask you this while I got you right here. And just be honest with me. You didn't bring any gun into school, did you?
No.
That's the only you only had one round?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't like bring a gun into school.
No, okay, I know.
That's not my intention.
You know I gotta ask though, right?
Was there a bullet found though? It's gotta be the reason we're doing all this. And I looked it up. It said there's no statute for bringing up, like there's no law against bringing a bullet to school.
Okay.
I'm just like letting you know.
I like how he's trying to assess the situation while also trying to be like, look, it's just a bullet. If I wanted to shoot everyone, I would have told you. Come on, you guys know me. I would have told everyone. He also tells the cop that he knows it isn't illegal to bring a bullet into school, and the cop is like, okay, sure, bud. He even said he looked it up, and I did too, and it says you technically can, but obviously not in your fucking pocket.
Hey, can you put that Gatorade down real quick?
Of course.
Alright, just turn around, face over here real quick. Put your hand on that table for me.
Oh, I got more bullets. I got two.
Okay, don't put your hands in your pockets. Just keep your hands on the table. Just put them on the table. Just put them on the table for me real quick, okay? So I'm gonna have to search you.
Yeah, I know.
What the fuck? Bullets and a jumbo pair of scissors?
That'd be nice. So you had two bullets in this one?
These are yours?
Right here.
Okay, we'll get there, we'll get there.
Are these from a range?
No, I have a Henry repeating rifle, and I kind of just use it as like a thing to like comfort me a little bit.
At home or?
Yeah. I don't like. I'm not. There's no ill. I have no ill intention.
He says he has no ill intention, but he seems like the kind of kid who would pull those out on you and hold them to your neck if you cut in front of him in line.
I know why it would raise a concern, but I'm not like. I'm really scared about that stuff, like school shooters too. I'm like very. It makes me anxious too that anyone can just walk into school and shoot it up. So I'm like.
You worry about that?
Yeah, I worry about that stuff a lot sometimes.
Even the cop is like, you are worried about that? Alright, buddy. Did someone let you know that we found the bullets on you? Hey, Johnson, someone show this guy the big fucking ribbon cutting scissors he had in his pocket.
You have a gun in your car?
Yeah, of course. Well, not of course. Like, I don't carry it all the time, but I just literally carried it in my car. Like, I don't bring it into school.
Is there a gun in your car right now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go out. So you'll stay. Yeah.
It was at this moment that he knew.
So for the next 6 minutes, the cops go outside and get the gun and take down the info they need, but when they go back to the kid, this is where you start to see the kind of person he really is.
No, I literally just have a rifle because I got it for my birthday.
Right, but then you said it like gives you comfort and you worry about school shooters and stuff, right?
Well, I don't bring it because they're school shooters. I carry it around with me because it's just, I'm not a big guy, I'm like really small, so like if someone's really big, I'm gonna run away, I'm not gonna try to fight them, but then if someone's like actually trying to hurt me, I know I need some sort of weapon because I'm like really small. Like I don't bring the rifle because I'm like assuming I'm gonna have to use it. I just bring it because first of all it looks cool.
You know who else thought their guns look cool? Dylan and Eric. And why is he saying he's small like he isn't as tall as some of the officers? He may be skinny, but he's not as small as he's making himself out to be.
But by the way, like the gun's in my car. Before I brought the gun, I'm pretty sure like I was allowed to bring it. Like I don't think there was anything saying I'm not allowed to bring it. I just see a lot of videos where having the gun prevents like altercations. Like there's one guy who was like 200 pounds bigger than this guy, and he comes up to his car and he's like, "I want to fight you." It looks like he's about to rip him out of his car, and the guy just pulls out a gun, and the guy turns around and walks the other way, and it's like that's all it is. The situation's over. Just because he didn't even like do anything, just because he saw the gun.
Now, I don't know much, but I can tell when someone doesn't think they're in trouble at all. He is just opening his diary to these cops, and just wait till he realizes he's going to be arrested.
So, should I have checked the school's policies before bringing the gun?
No, you shouldn't have brought the gun, you fucking idiot.
So, I didn't, check the policies before I brought the gun. That's why I brought it, by the way.
Okay.
I didn't, it's, literally the only reason, my only justification is I didn't check the policies. But I, get how it sounds, when you say this kid brought a gun to school, in this modern age, it sounds like my only intentions were to shoot up the school, but my intentions weren't to shoot up the school.
Yeah, my bad, officer. I didn't know I couldn't smoke weed at this elementary school. I should have read up on their policies. My bad. And what does he mean by in the modern age? Just because people weren't worried about school shootings back then doesn't mean you can bring your gun to school now.
When people say, your rifle, your gun's your best friend, that's how I felt. I don't know. I was just, kind of attached to the idea of defending myself. It's kind of why I carried it around, too. It's just, I guess it's a learning lesson, though, you have stuff as serious as bullets, you gotta keep track of every bullet you have. You gotta really count them.
Yeah, and they can't ever come here.
Alright.
Says it's a learning lesson, proceeds to learn the wrong lesson, and then you can tell he really doesn't get it because you can hear the tone of the cop's voice when he's like,
Yeah, and they can't ever come here.
Well, I didn't look at the policies before I brought it.
It's a law, though.
There wasn't a law.
There is a law.
Not against bringing a gun, there's no statute. Dude, I promise I looked it up before I brought it, and there's no statute against
I
it.
assure you.
the officer's starting to sound more and more like Squidward because of how annoyed he's getting. And I would be too, seeing this kid not understand what he did wrong. It's like Patrick trying to find the lid.
So here's what we got.
Maybe the sergeant? You're the main guy?
I'm the detective here, so we talked to our prosecutor. He's the guy that kind of makes the law decisions, all right? It is against the law to bring a gun into what's called the safety zone or a school, right?
That's subjective.
I don't know where this guy's looking up any of his info, but who and where are they telling you that you can bring a gun to school? He probably saw a Reddit post that asked the same question and someone was like, well, I didn't get in trouble. And he's like, that's good enough for me.
Basically what I'm telling you is we're going to end up charging you, okay? And you're 18 years old.
There's no law against that. Bringing a gun on the school property, there's no law. There's no statute.
I'm telling you there is.
It's a policy, not a law.
No, there's a state law in Ohio. There's
Telling you
also
there
another...
isn't.
Direct and collateral penalties for illegal conveyance or possession of a deadly weapon or dangerous ordinance in a school safety zone, unless otherwise noted, is a felony in the 5th degree. And that's just me Googling Ohio State gun policy around school while misspelling around, and I now know more than him, and I live on the West Coast. And I shit you not, for the rest of the video, he is convinced that he is being arrested on some made-up charges even after the cop does what I did and shows him the Google search results. And this is literally what the rest of the arrest is like until he ends it with what he says in the title.
Before I brought the gun, I looked it up, and there was no law against bringing on any school property. I'm just confused because it's not against the law to bring a gun on school property.
Okay, it's our
It's a
prosecutor.
policy, it's not a law. There's a difference between a policy and a law.
Here's what we're gonna do, okay? We're not gonna debate what is or isn't. We know what we have a violation of law, right?
I don't think there is a violation of the law.
Okay, and you can think that, and we do arrest people that think they aren't in violation of laws. That does happen.
No, I'm pretty
What
sure
we-
I
what
know
we-
there's no law
What we
against it.
need, we know that that's a wrong thought.
He just pulls up
What
a piece
we-
of writing, I'm supposed to believe it? Well, now that I know it's a
Here's-
law, why can't I just not bring the gun on school
Well,
property? But this is
you would've had some understanding
this is a
of
newer generational problem. This is not like a problem that they had back in the day. This might be your first time dealing with a situation like this in your whole career. So I don't think you can just arrest me like that.
Well, we are arresting you.
What do you mean I'm safe? Why would I not be safe?
Why would I not be safe?
You are safe.
I'm
Yeah, but
saying
why
you
would I
are.
not be safe?
I don't want
That's-
you to
that means
feel
you're
uncomfortable
But
and not.
by saying you're safe with us, that means you're assuming I'm not safe. You're just arresting me on a charge that's made up. I know.
It's not.
You are, though.
It's not made up.
It's made up.
It's been in
It's
law
made
for
up.
a long
No, it's
time.
made
We
up,
wouldn't
dude.
make up things.
It's
We
made
don't
up.
have the authority to make things up.
It's a 22 caliber.
Listen,
it's not like
listen,
it's a fucking assault
Listen.
rifle.
Listen.
It's not like a made for killing. It's
I
made for
understand.
shooting small game.
Have an
Everyone with
opportunity.
a gun is not a bad person. I'm just saying. Just because I have a gun doesn't mean I'm a criminal.
I understand that.
All
We
right.
understand it. We all understand it. You've said that multiple times.
I know.
We understand it. Okay? You alright?
school shooter ruined them.
Now, after watching this video, any normal person would see that the kid is in the wrong. Obviously, he wasn't going to shoot up the school, but he needs to stop using Bing to get his answers and use Google. But I want to see what the comments look like because I want to see people make fun of this kid. Like, all jokes aside, this is the last person you want to have a gun. The way he was talking about how it makes him feel and everything tells me that he is just looking for any and the slightest excuse to use that gun on someone. But these are what some of the comments were saying. I feel for this kid. He didn't bring a gun into school, and I'm a father of a high school student. I gotta side with the kid. It's a scary time we live in, no doubt about it. What do you mean you gotta side with the kid? He would shoot your kid if you bumped into him in the hallway and didn't apologize. And you're just as stupid as this kid for not knowing the obvious law of not being able to bring your gun on school property. Another one said, the school staff was insanely rude to this poor guy. He truly believes he did nothing wrong. I get that it's illegal and everything, but after watching the video and hearing what he has to say, I truly believe he has no ill intentions. No shit, he had no ill intentions. He's a pussy. He explained that very clearly. The worst he could have done was thrown the bullets at someone, but bringing bullets into a school is like bringing weed into a police station and then being like, well, the bong is in my trunk. I didn't know this was illegal. This next comment probably best sums up the whole situation. People have to stop living in the past. Yes, times are different for everyone's past high school experience, but guns weren't demonized until school shootings began and is now necessary to observe anyone carrying them as a potential threat. This 18-year-old kid doesn't get a pass for having the lack of social awareness in today's society. Having a gun doesn't make you a criminal, but school admins and the general public have a reason to distrust you if we don't understand/know your intentions. He was an irresponsible gun owner, and I blame the person who gifted him the rifle because he had no understanding or education of the laws or school policies for him to be dismissing the severity of the situation. Boom, if I was half as educated as that guy, I would have just set that and then ended the video. But he's 100% right. You know how many school shooters are like, I'm not a school shooter, and then they're... Not to mention, he fits the stereotype, and I bet if they ask around, he wouldn't be as popular as he says he is. Once the police start asking kids about you, the truth comes out about how they feel. But yeah, guys, just don't do it. If someone else brings one and it's your time to go, then it's your time to go. Just kidding. Don't ever bring a gun or any gun-related items to school. See you guys next week. Peace.